Hello, friends. I hope you're all enjoying your holidays. Um, I have updates in the Troy Alexandria Stope homicide out of Forest City, Arkansas. Um, we previously covered her case. This poor woman was found in a gray storage tote on the side of the highway. Um, and we covered that case out of Forest City, Arkansas. And I have some updates to share with you guys. So let's get into it. First of all, I would like to say thank you to my most wonderful moderator, Low 12, who has sent me multiple updates on this case as well whenever I've been busy. And I greatly appreciate her. You guys, for anybody on YouTube that does not give shout outs to their moderators that work hard and help us to keep things going, even when we're really busy, and to follow up and stuff, and all the things that they do for us, that anybody who doesn't tell you that their moderators keep their channels running and give them the respect that they deserve ain't doing it right, because moderators are awesome and loyal moderators are hard to come by. You guys support your moderators. Okay. And thank you, Low 12. And with that said, um, the last time we covered Troy Alexandria Strope's case, we covered that a person of interest had been arrested, but we're going to kind of brush up on this and then I'm going to give you the updates because there's not been one, but there have been two arrests made in her homicide. It says update. The sheriff confirmed earlier Thursday, and this is rehashing. The sheriff confirmed early Thursday that they have a person of interest in connection with the Troy Strope case after a search warrant was served at a house on West Buford Street. The information we received through our investigation is a possibility she was murdered in that house, St. Francis County Sheriff Bobby May said. A possibility. Sheriff May said during the search warrant execution they gathered possible evidence of Stroy's murder. What we got was ample, he said. It doesn't take but a speck. It doesn't take much, but we think we got ample forensics. He would not comment on what items were taken from the house, but added, we think possibly some blood in the residence. Strope's nude, decomposed body was discovered inside a plastic storage tote. How egregious is that? How can you do that to another human being? I'm sorry. It's awful. On February 20th, by youngsters on four-wheelers riding on St. Francis County Road 731. Sheriff May says two brothers live at the Buford Street address. One of them was arrested Thursday on a drug charge unrelated to the search warrant. The other occupant of the house was not detained. At this time, we just don't have enough evidence to make any arrest, Sheriff May said. We certainly haven't talked to any eyewitnesses. Sheriff May also says he knows how Strope was murdered, but can't jeopardize the case by releasing those details, which is exactly what Sheriff May told me whenever I called and asked for information about Troy's case. Only the person who did it or the persons who were there know how she was murdered, So we don't want to make that public, he said, and I don't blame him. And it helps keep the integrity of the case. There's only one crime lab in Arkansas, so Sheriff May says it will take a few weeks before results come back on items seized in today's search. Memphis, Tennessee, and this is about Troy. Look how beautiful she was, you guys. The woman found in the plastic container in Arkansas has been identified, and it was Troy Alexandria Stope. She was 42 years old. She was a beautiful woman and a mother. Um, Strope's new body was found inside a plastic container by two teenagers who were riding four wheelers on County Road 731, located about 5 miles away from Forest City. The body was partially decomposed. We think the body may have been out there for a couple of weeks, says Sheriff. Okay, so this is updating. He's telling us I didn't have this information the last time. She was out there for weeks, he said. And um whoever did this had no feeling at all whatsoever for what they had done. No conscience is what this sheriff has said. Okay. After the youngsters posted about their discovery on Facebook, investigators got a tip on a possible ID from a male saying his mother had been missing for a month. This poor woman was missing for a month. Oh my goodness. The DNA sample was taken and sent to the state crime lab to determine the woman's ID. Forest City Police Chief Ronald Broussard says Strope was frequently seen riding her bike throughout Forest City. He says the mother of three was on her way to getting her life back together, you guys, when it was tragically taken. This woman was trying to do better. She was trying to get back on track. And this is what these monsters did to her. They stole her away from her family and everything. We talked about what a person's hangups and issues were at death, but I can tell you what her life was like. She was always smiling, always upbeat, he said. A memorial service for Troy Strope, and this has already been held, you guys. The death is being treated as a homicide. If you have any information, call the Forest City Police Department or St. Francis County Sheriff. So there's that part, and that's kind of like a recap and stuff about her case for those of you who don't know. And then here we have where the arrest has been made in her case. And kudos to the sheriff's office for this, by the way, you guys. They worked hard on her case and they treated her with the dignity and respect that she deserved. So good for you guys for a city. Here we go.
And some breaking
Okay.
news for
Here
you
we
right
go.
now. A man has been charged after a woman's body was found in a tote on the side of the highway in St. Francis County, Arkansas, back in February. Michael Lacey is charged with murder, abuse of corpse, and gun possession. He's being held on a bond of $1 million. The St. Francis County Sheriff's Department says teens riding ATVs found the woman's body. The body was ID'd as 42-year-old Troy Strope. And investigators do expect more arrests to be made in this case.
And there have been more arrests made in this case. Um, as you can see, Michael Lacey, 45, was arrested in Forest City and charged with first-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and possession of a firearm by a certain person. So I'm thinking they got good evidence out of that house, and it has thankfully led to um Strope lived in Forest City. Police Chief Ronald Prasad said She was a friendly face he'd seen often. Whenever she'd see me, she'd say, "I'm 1052," said Chief Broussard. Oh my goodness. You guys, this woman was trying to get her life back on track, and this is what happened to her. This is horrible. 1052 means I'm clear. 1053 means I have a warrant. She was just a sweet lady. Oh, no one deserves to die such a heinous, unforeseen death. Amen. Lacey is booked on a $1 million bond. I plan on covering this case from court, by the way, you guys, whenever the trial begins. More arrests are expected in this case, and there have been more arrests. And that's what I'm going to show with you guys now. They are doing their due diligence for Troy Alexandria Strope. And she deserves it. She deserves this. Second arrest made after Arkansas woman's body found in tote box on side of road. Forest City, Arkansas. The St. Francis County Sheriff Department has announced a second arrest in Troy Alexander Strope's murder case. Corey Jerome Anderson, 41 of Madison, Arkansas, has been arrested and charged with abuse of a corpse, a Class C felony. Michael Lacey, 45, was arrested in Forest City just 4 days prior and charged with first-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and possession of a firearm. And it tells you where Troy's body was again found on 731 Road in a plastic storage bin. And this is the second person arrested in her murder. And I would like to say once again, you guys, condolences to those of you who love Troy Alexander Strope. Um, Me and her, I mean, it's so close to home, you guys. It's so close to home. For those of you that don't know, I'm 42 years old and I'm a mother. And I have friends that are my age that are mothers, and I have children. And to know that someone was done this way and just thrown in a storage tote and left on the side of the road, that is egregious. That is absolutely egregious. And I'm praying that the sheriff is correct and they have all the evidence they need to secure a conviction for these two men. Okay. And I don't know what the family's wishes are for Troy as far as what punishment they want sought out. Um, but this is Arkansas. And what y'all did in a death uh, penalty state. So we'll keep covering this case. Um, I hope there's no plea agreement because Troy deserves justice. And I hope they see this through and prosecute these men to the fullest extent of the law. Again, my thoughts and prayers go out to Troy Alexander Strope's family. Um, she was beautiful. And even the sheriff, the chief there says she was a good person, you guys. But even if she wasn't, nobody deserves this, even though, she was doing the right thing and getting her life together. People can judge people harshly on stuff like that, but we've all been in some low places. We all have. And we need to recognize that nothing makes anyone deserve this kind of treatment or behavior done to them, period. And it's just an absolute tragedy that she was doing what she was supposed to be doing in her life, and she can never accomplish that because of these two monsters. Period. End of story. So again, thank you, Low 12. I did get the message where you sent me with the second arrest made and stuff. You're amazing, Low 12. And you guys, um, I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday. With that said, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, It's a small thing to do, but it would mean so much to me. I appreciate you guys. Blessings. Lock your doors and windows. It is crazy out here in this world, and it gets crazier every single day. In the famous words of what is true, share a smile and save a life. And you never know, the life you save just might even be your no, be your own. Kindness is free. It's free, you guys. So with that said, blessings, y'all, and I will see y'all after holiday. Bye.